welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan. I'm here with Hollie.
Hello.
Hollie, we've got these cool cards.
Oh,
This is basically what this video is about.
This is better than me having to hold my notebook every time.
I feel like Bob Holness. This is extraordinary.
Top, middle, or bottom?
That's a question.
That's a different show.
And what we're actually here to talk about is Call of Duty World War II, which we've been on the live stream reveal of.
Scariest thing I've ever
today.
done.
It was just like talking to a group of very powerful lights. We couldn't see anybody in the audience, but the game itself looks incredible. So we have got a list of 5 things that you have to know about it. We're increasingly insistent upon this. You absolutely have to know. First one, Hollie, it's basically that it's in World War II, but more specifically, tell me some things about it. Who are we following?
Okay, this is following the story of Private Red Daniels. He is in the U.S. Army.
This
is taking place in 1944 to 1945.
Yeah, he's in the 1st Artillery, right? Fighting first?
Yes, indeed, the fighting first. And it's going through Europe.
Yeah.
So this follows things like the D-Day,
Yeah.
the Battle of the Bulge, coming through the Rhine. Like, it's all of these really iconic battles and moments.
It's the story of, I guess it's the story that they were stressing that it's obviously in one way familiar. It's the story of
Camaraderie?
Yeah, they said that word a lot, but people coming together from, all over America and all over different, all of the allied countries to take part in this extraordinary thing. So, if you've been on Wikipedia lately, the story, you know where this ends up, right? We're going to be in Germany. But at the same time...
Spoilers!
This is the chance to... they made a very, I think, good case that... we haven't been to World War II in a Call of Duty game for 10 years. Technology now is going to let them tell a very different story. One quote that I liked, actually, which we didn't mention on the live show, was that they said, no battle is too big, no detail is too small. And I like the idea of that kind of immersion. I think that's going to be cool as.
And I believe Sledgehammer can do it as well, actually. When it comes to things like the noises of the guns, the modelling, even the tanks, they've really gone all out. And you saw it in one of the documentary videos they did, the Vidocs. I think Sledgehammer are the right people to do this.
Yeah, they certainly seem to be, because it looks very good. Point number 2, we're going to talk a little bit about something you were extraordinarily excited about, which is headquarters.
I'm extraordinarily excited about this because I'm a Destiny player and I love the tower, and the idea of maybe them introducing something similar.
It's definitely a social space within Call of Duty multiplayer,
it's called the headquarters. It is a social space inside Call of Duty. I did try and press them for more information.
Yeah.
They told me they'd see me at E3.
Yeah, they did. It was almost like they gave you an appointment card.
But it just looks like the kind of place where you and your friends can hang out prior to going into matches, show off a little bit, and I believe they'll do some cool stuff with it, but I want to know what it is.
I think even if it's just humanizing the buying guns, upgrading process, then that's a good idea.
Lots of dancing.
Right, maybe. Can
not.
You see that?
No, I mean, hopefully not.
So, and also they talked about, we didn't expect there to be too much about multiplayer today, but there were 2 modes. I'm going to make the same joke I've been making all day.
He loves this.
They've introduced a mode called War. I don't know what could be going on. And also, what have I been doing so far in every other mode I've played, if it wasn't War?
Okay.
So there's Divisions and War, and they do sound very good. I'm just surprised they called it War.
Okay, we'll start with Divisions before we move on to the mode of War.
Yeah.
Okay, so Divisions allow you to, funnily enough, take part in different divisions. You could sign up to be part of the infantry or part of the armoured divisions. But what I can say is it will affect your multiplayer progression.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, I know. I know, because I have read the same fact sheet as you.
Thanks for giving away what makes me seem like I belong here.
So I'm going to be interested to find out more. And one of the things which they were keen for us not to probe into particularly was the idea of asymmetrical gameplay, which they did mention in the presentation. And I don't know if that's because you'll be playing, I guess if we're talking now about War, which is the story-based mode.
Yes, narrative.
So not story-based, narrative, which suggests that maybe they're doing, you said they're focused on specific battles.
Yeah, so the idea of the War mode is it's the Allied versus the Axis. These are big team-based battles where you're after an objective. But the idea is you're following, maybe it's D-Day. We don't really know.
So the funny thing about that, I guess, might be that if they, I am gonna I'm gonna think out loud a little bit about this, but but only in as much as the asymmetricality might just be attack defense. These are real things that happen. You're one side, here's the other. You've got this equipment, you've got that equipment. And if it is that, it's great. And if it's not, I'm sure it'll be really good anyway. And so we're moving on to what I think is number 4, which is pretty big news for PlayStation viewers, which is the beta, and that is what we call it in the UK. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, they said it wrong. It's beta in the UK.
It's beta. It's what the Oxford English Dictionary says. Is coming first to PlayStation.
Yes.
So if you were the first place you can play it, which I'm just taking your lines now. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. Hollie, you say.
He's really excited. I'm not going to repeat it. No, you've told it now.
The
you've taken the moment.
first place that you can play Call of Duty World War II is on PlayStation. with that beta, and which you get to say the last bit then, which is something they also dropped in at the end of the presentation. Point number 5. This one.
So the new co-op mode is Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies. Can't say it with a straight face.
You don't have to.
Those Nazis, as if they weren't bad enough already, they went and made zombies.
Yes. So the idea is the Third Reich are getting desperate. It's coming to the end of the war. Yeah. They've gone full crazy mad scientists, and they have come up with Nazi zombies.
It'd be really interesting to see what that looks like in the context of this game. And we let's reveal a bit of behind-the-scenes information. There was a fact sheet, and up until very late on, there was, should we say zombies, should we not? And it was just called, new co-op experience.
Yes.
So it'd be interesting to know what they're obviously being a bit like. So it'd be great to find out more about that at E3 and the other events through the summer. I like a zombie, and it'd be this game looks hot, and I want to know what it does with Nazi zombies. That's one of my thoughts.
You just want to keep saying Nazi zombies.
I do, yeah. I want to keep thinking about them. So that's our wrap-up of the 5 things that you absolutely need to know from the initial reveal of the details of Call of Duty World War II. Thank you, Hollie, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. And we'll have more on the game as soon as we can. Do like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment. Let us know what you think about Call of Duty World War II. Stay tuned to the channel because you'd just be crazy not to.